So my clinical research focuses on newer novel agents and newer targets. So I do a lot of work with phase 1 studies. I'm currently working with a couple of different companies. One is Agenesis, which we're conducting a phase 1 study with them, looking at what's called an antibody-drug conjugate. It's an antibody that's attached to a cytotoxic drug that targets kidney cancer cells. So that's a newer type of novel target. I'm also working on another antibody-drug conjugate with Bristol Myers Squibb, another phase 1 study. And we're also looking at a combination of a newer tyrosine kinase inhibitor called E7080. It's being combined with a drug we commonly use, everolimus. And that combination is being studied with the company Eisai. And the purpose of that study is to study the combination, which hopefully is better tolerated than the combinations that have been previously studied in kidney cancer. The other is once we find the best tolerated dose for the combination, we will move on to a phase 2 study where we will compare the combination to E7080 alone and then compare that to everolimus alone in patients with advanced kidney cancer. Those are some of the studies, some of the phase 1 and phase 2 studies I'm working on. I'm also working on other studies with Dr. Robert Moser, the adjuvant ezobinib study. We're also looking at trying to determine what the best sequence of treatment is for patients who are newly diagnosed with kidney cancer. So we have a study that's a phase 2 study that's looking at the sequence of sunitinib followed by everolimus, which is the standard of care currently, versus starting off with everolimus followed by sunitinib. Those are some of the studies I'm currently working on, and there are more that are coming down the pipeline.